Hey, what's going on, everybody? Swift, and we are back. Welcome. And we are going to be continuing on with the streams today. Starting off, we have a Blue Dragon task. An honorable mention would be the Kurasks task, which, as of a couple days ago, I started to battle those, and they are like S tier, or they're very, very good for money making for Slayer. So I wanted to say that off the bat. We're not going to be fighting them now, but I'm hoping to get them as we go along here for the stream. So let's get started here. We're going to be fighting some Blue Dragons. We're going to be fighting some blue dragons and this purple blue dragon. You know? We are playing some Old School Runescape here. Just trying to work on Slayer for this session. You can see here, I was able to get to 82 Slayer. And it's going to be a bit of a grind to get to 83, but I'm committed to that. Ideally, once we get to 85, that'll be great as well, but just trying to take it one level at a time. We're about halfway to 94 on farming, which a month ago, if you would have said that, I would have been like, oh, because my farming was like really low. Thanks for the like. Appreciate it. This isn't Kurasks. You calling me a liar, bro? What's up, bud? How you doing? It's an example of a moneymaker that I'm hoping to get, and I'm pretty hyped to get because it's an excellent task. And we're probably going to get one on the stream. So it's all good. What seems to happen is I'll get a couple of other tasks and then it'll give me like Kurasks, you know. So it'll happen. They did give me a fossil island, like the wyvern there. That will be an adventure. I have to actually read up about those because I haven't fought those yet. I fought wyverns, but they're kind of annoying. They're more annoying than I remember them being. I remember them being powerful, but getting frozen every minute isn't very fun. If you have the wyvern shield or whatever, that'll prevent that, though. So what are you up to? Is this a purple dragon to you, or do you think this is a shade of blue? I'm kind of puzzled about this one. I think they're a little bit off on that. I agree with the other four because I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I think we're about a third of the way done with the task now. Potentially. Hey, what's going on, Kazaa? How you doing? Bit late to the party today. Oh, you're good. Not too bad. Doing all right, you know? Just, I got probably about, well, early, I think it was earlier today. I got Slayer to 82. And we're working on strength to 91, as you can see here. Just under 200,000 XP left to go. So we're just going to be smashing on some blue dragons here for a little while. I'm actually a bit hype about that Kurasks task, I'm not going to lie. So, I'm hoping to get one for the stream, but that task that I was telling you about, I got over 1 mil profit from that. Pretty crazy. And you know, I wasn't even fighting them for a full hour. It was like 50 minutes, so that's like, what, 1.2 mil? Potentially. Crazy. And to think that I had that task blocked and I had canceled it once or twice as well, and I'm just like, no. If I knew that like a month ago, I would have fought them like 3 or 4 more times. But it's an automatic like complete now. Now that I know, now that I've actually fought them, you know, there's so many enemies in this game. It's easy to kind of lose some of the good ones in the shuffle because there's just so many enemies, you know. Yeah, that was great. That was great. It's definitely given a bit more incentive to keep sticking with Slayer as well, because sometimes when the GE isn't going well and there aren't that many deals and maybe the market's kind of slow, you can still get good tasks and fight on your own and get money that way too, right? So I think it was yesterday, maybe the other day, I think I was saying, I'm like, oh, you know, because I started the day down like 2.4 mil, and I started getting good tasks. I think I got Gargoyles that day, and you can turn it around. You got to work a little bit for it, but I mean, I did turn it around, and I actually, because I had I have a calculator up, or I had a calculator up of the profit that I was at today, and then of course I closed it out. Oops. So I think it's at 13.6 mil profit so far for today, and 99% of that's from the GE, though. I actually need to add that back in here before I forget, because I've been keeping a daily track just to see what I make in a week and, you know, a month and all that. So this is despite training, farming, and training magic and stuff like that, you know. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I got to Magic 77 chat. 77 magic, you know. We got to 72 hunter, 82 Slayer. I think I mentioned that one. I'm like halfway from when I started to 94 farming. It's honestly looking like this is gonna be my first 99. So I actually remembered to do the fruit trees today, because I actually did them pretty much right after the timer, which I normally I miss it by like an hour or two usually. So that was kind of nice. Being able to do that. Just fighting some of these blue dragons, and then we're going to roll another task and see what we get. I'm hoping for the Kurasks, but we shall see. Most likely for this stream, I'll get to 91 strength. Most likely. So it'll be like an hour and 45 minutes or hour and 50 minutes away from now. But I keep track of it because I just, as far as like time investment, I mean, getting to 91 strength at this point, we'd be 8 levels away from 99. Been on the blood rune grind still myself, although they have started going down just a little bit. Yeah. Well, honestly, Kazan, I think this will probably be the lowest that they're going to go because we're only, what, 6 days away from Yama? I think it's just like the calm before the storm. Like, I think once the weekend hits, you know, I mean, it takes a lot to raise the price of those, but I mean, imagine like all the players with like scythes and stuff that are looking forward to all the, you know, like the new content or whatever. I would imagine those are going to go up again. I mean, I don't really follow it probably as closely as you do, but I would guess that that would be the case though. Yeah. Yeah. So, because another honorable mention, because we're talking about money making, right? Have you been keeping track of the Eternal boots by chance? So I bought a pair of Eternal boots about a week ago. I bought them for like 6.9 mil, maybe. Well, anyways, I saw that they were going down like 100K, and it didn't seem like anything was going on. So I'm like, okay. So I sold them back because I was trying to use the money to buy other things. Well, then I checked, what, 2 days ago? And they're now like almost 8 mil. Like, I have to see what they are today. Just out of just for kicks, you might want to look at that too, because they might go up like 10 mil a pair or something crazy. Because you can, I guess, with any of the 3 kind of boots. So Primordial was a Ranger, or the Pegasus, I guess, and then the Eternal. You can combine them or whatever for the Avernic treads. But the price difference between Eternal and Primordial is a lot. Like, that's like 16 mil. There's no way that that's going to hold up by the time that other boss drops. You know what I mean? They're sitting at 8.1 right now. My guess is that they're going to get to 10 mil in a couple weeks. Because, I mean, I got to imagine that the other content's going to be coming out sooner than later, too. I mean, they haven't definitively said, right? Once the Yama update hits, I mean, we're going to start getting to the summer stuff. If I had just held on to those boots for another couple days, that would have been another like 1.2 mil profit. The reason why I sold them, like I said, was because I didn't foresee an update being like imminent. But I guess because they talked about the Yama update, that kind of spurred the market to move on those. So it's interesting how that works. I may or may not have enough potions for this fight. I didn't bring as many as I normally do. We're just taking on some blue dragons here. Just to get a warm-up task going here, chat. My other task that is in storage right now is the Fossil Island Wyvern. So I'm not necessarily too eager for that one, but again, I could be wrong. But we're going to see after this one which task we get to where we'll kind of know where to go from there. Towards the end of this task, I will be picking up some of the bones just to get some cash, which is going to pay for the potions that I bring, essentially. The crazy one has been the Tormented Synapse. It seems to have settled at a price now, though. Yeah. Wasn't that getting around 80 mil or something? Some of those items, it's kind of like you wish you just had bought one and had one in your bank from a while ago. And it's like, oh yeah, if only I had known. I'd be 30 mil richer right now. Hey, so that new armor, the Oath Plate, that's going to be tradable in the GE, right? Or no? I would imagine. I'm trying to think of what the blog said. I couldn't remember. Right, yeah. Yeah, I kind of did at a glance, you know. I think what people are going to do is they're going to uh, kind of mix and match Oath Plate and Torva probably for raids, I would imagine. And that makes sense. I would think it would be something like Torva Helm and then a combination of like the Oath Plate legs and stuff. Hey, what's up, Sevens? Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Burning Claws fell to 18.625 today. Was able to snag 4 of them. Now they are at 19.1. Oh, wow. Hey, good call on that. You know? There you go. I've always thought if they're going to give you the 8 GE offer windows, you know, put them to use, right? So that's good to hear. I haven't used or bought those yet, but I know that they were pretty high too. Yeah. Right. So then you just, yeah. So then you just, whatever profit you make, you just multiply by 4 then, and then there you go. And they probably sold pretty quickly, I would imagine. I would imagine that that was just like a brief lull in the market. I had a good run with the Torva full helms today, actually, sevens. For like a 5 minute block of time, it was going extremely well, and then now the price has gone up about a mil. And I don't want to necessarily commit the mil because I'm not necessarily convinced that that price is going to be stable at this second, and I don't want to like lose money and like, you know, lose ground, because I'm actually up pretty good today. So I'm like, well, I can be a bit conservative and just, if it goes low, I'll buy it, and if it's not, then I'll just kind of re-evaluate it. Yeah, that's the thing with the market, though. It's like, I hope I can get there to place the offer real quick and be, you know, hopefully I win it, or hopefully I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely understand that. And conversely, when you have a something you're trying to flip that's like pretty pricey, it's like, well, I'm trying to sell this at a good time. I'm hoping I'm right. And it's almost like, hey, is this too good to be true? And then you actually make the money, and it's like, oh, sweet. So we're just wrapping up a blue dragon task here. Just wanted to get a warm-up task going. Nothing too crazy, but probably going to start picking up some bones here now that we are pretty much through the task. We just got a little bit more to go. Yeah, I'm up a few mil, but most of the flipping I'm doing at the moment is tried and true stable items like blood runes, Zulrah scales. Oh yeah, Zulrah scales. Well, that's hey, that's the safe bet. On days where I've taken losses in the market, it's kind of when I got out of my routine and I just tried a couple different items that were hard to sell. That's when I got in. That's when I got into a deficit, right? But yeah, typically, if you stick with the consistent money makers, you get consistent results. Is that Henry? What's up, Henry? How you doing? We're just fighting some blue dragons here. And actually, probably, I'm thinking we're going to be able to finish this task with about the 5 minutes mark here. Well, I mean, 5 more minutes. We may or may not. We'll see. Playing some Fortnite. All right. Cool, cool. Have they been keeping up with that game? Like, have there been any updates lately? I just go off what people have been telling me. I don't really know too much. I mean, I know of Fortnite obviously, but I haven't played it. I've just been back on here for a while, just playing a lot of RuneScape. That's cool too. It'll be a bit of a tall task to take out 26 of these in 5 minutes, but I'm gonna try. I just gotta pretty much get pretty good RNG, or you know what I mean? Like I just gotta get somewhat lucky and just be on my clicks and not really missing timing, you know? Yeah, the game is still active and updates every month, it seems. Oh, nice. I started playing Destiny 2 again with my cousin today. Just been doing woodcutting on the side. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, it's cool to get back in certain games after a little while. I remember that with like even like Gears of War and some other games where I would take a couple months to break and get back, and it'd be like the competition, you know, multiplayer, or Call of Duty or any of the, you know. Sometimes that can be really fun, but then you got to get used to the game again, so that I know that can take a little while sometimes. You're trying to get back on the controls, like, okay, how was I aiming before? What, you know, what was I doing again, you know? And then you figure it out. At least that's kind of how I would go through it. Like with Call of Duty, it would be just trying to get my shot down. Getting my rhythm back, my timing down. Man, looking at Tamikan Shadow flip for 2.58 mil in one item is a downer. I'm over here with runes. Hey, I mean, the Shadow is, over time, it's gone down. It's trending down. So it's good if you have the money. It's good to flip those when they're on a downward track because you get more generous margins on the way down, it seems. Because part of it is there might be a bit of frustration, like people that are taking losses on that. They just want to get rid of it. They want to be done with it. Like, I don't want to, you know, this is annoying. And others are like excited because they're like, oh, hey, I've been saving up to get one. So it's kind of like a mixed, like, you know, reaction. Like, kind of, there's both sides of that. If you can get a flip like that, that's gold, right? Did you see the Gears of War remaster announcement? You know, I actually saw a search Google thing for that, a search for that, and I looked at it, yeah. For real though, like, my channel started as a Gears of War channel. When you go back to like when I joined, what, 13 years ago, I was playing Gears 3. A lot has changed since then. I mean, I've actually played RuneScape for about the same amount of time since the Gears 1 days, if you can believe that. But Gears 1, when I was at my best, I mean, I was in the top 100 on the multiplayer. I wasn't pro, you know, I wasn't pro. We would, in Gears 3, we did scrimmage pros. I still have the strategy kind of down, but I mean, we're talking, it's been years since I've played Gears, so I would be getting wrecked a bit. Some of my strategies and tactics and all that, it wouldn't necessarily work today. I mean, things change, you know. You have to learn a whole different meta when time goes by. Because a lot of, like, the teams play differently too. You know, some years it's Lancer heavy, some years it's Nasher heavy. It just depends. I gave up on Destiny 2. Yeah. I haven't played Destiny. I mean, I know of Destiny, obviously, but I haven't actually played it myself. But that kind of goes with a lot of multiplayer games, though. I haven't until I'm able to, until I'm able to health wise. Like I thought about getting back into the Gears remaster. I'm not kidding. Like it did cross my mind because I'm like, man, that was so many years ago, and I really liked Gears. But the way that your character, like when you roadie run, like when you're running and rolling and all that, it would make me motion sick now. So I actually don't know if I could play it. That's the only problem. Otherwise, yeah, it would be great for the channel though. Oh, we're done with the task. Nice. Yeah, I would just say that. Yeah, hope that doesn't. I hope that doesn't happen to any of you, where it's like you play a game you want to play, and then it's like, oh, I can't play. It's not fun, trust me. I'm just trying to make the most out of this game though, and it's been fun. Like I mean, like I said, I've been getting back into Slayer and trying to do a lot more with that. I'll show you what's going on here at the GE and stuff. Give me 1 second. Alright. Put all this stuff away. We're not going to make too much from this task, but again, Blue Dragons is more of, for me, I just kind of use it as like training and like a quick task. But this will pay for some potions. Yeah, so Sevens, if you're still here in the chat, I think you are. So yeah, so Sevens, this is what I'm trying to do with Torva, you see here, right? I bought a couple for around this price earlier, and they were moving. I was making about 600k on them. But they've gone up a mil, and I'm not so sure, so I'm kind of just leaving it be for now. And that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else going on right now in the market. RuneScape has been my main game for forever. Doubt that will ever change. Yeah, it's just the thing with some games. It's just like, you know, like with Gears of War, I wasn't expecting to play that game for a couple years. I was a part of a couple clans and blah blah blah, and you know, just stuff. You know, it kind of just happens that way. Your new task is to kill Fossil Island Wyvern. Okay, so wait, so Kazaa. I've got this task twice. I actually have to look this up on the wiki for a second. So what are we looking up? Fossil Island Wyverns. Spitting Wyverns. For players seeking a quick clear of the task, Spitting Wyverns are the best to kill, as they also use a very weak ranged attack in place of the Ice Breath. Alright, so I just need to think of where these are at, though. Let's see. Spitting Wyvern. Wyvern Cave. Wyvern Cave. I wish it would show where they're at. There. All right. Well, let's see. So if you go to where you would usually do your birdhouse runs, it's between the last two birdhouses. Yeah, I'm just trying to visualize that though. So, because I don't know if I do my route the same. Like, so when I teleport there with the dig site, the pendant, I go left by like the marshy whatever. I go to that house and then I go north, and then I take that mushroom tree whatever. And then, I mean, I see these cave entrances. I mean, I haven't even been in it, so it's like a maze to me. I'll get used to it. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Between the first two ones that you do. All right, yeah. When I get there, I'll kind of, you know, we'll go over that. So spitting wyverns. Okay, so we're gonna get. This is kind of another reason why I've got the Dragonfire Shield as well, because we're gonna take reduced damage from the Icy Breath, right? Or actually, no, because the spitting ones don't hit you with Icy Breath. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring my usual setup. All right. Because I'm not quite certain what I'm gonna be facing. I mean, I've fought wyverns before, but I haven't fought those ones yet. So we're gonna go to the Fossil Island for these tasks. I mean, I may as well do both tasks if I can end up doing it, right? So I'm just gonna bank real quickly and then let's see. So I'm just trying to think if I need anything else. So according to the wiki, okay, so we're looking for spitting wyverns. Spitting wyverns. Okay. All right. What else do I need? If in case anything goes wrong, I've got my tab with me, and we're gonna bring a little bit more food. Okay, so Kazai, you were saying if you go to where you would usually do your birdhouse runs, it's in between the first and then two last birdhouses. In between them. So I'm thinking you mean somewhere over here. Like in the middle here somewhere? Is that what we're thinking? Somewhere up here maybe? Oh, you mean is it like up here? Hold on one second. There are 4 types of wyverns that fall under this category. So yeah, we want spitting wyverns. So if we find spitting wyverns, that's what we're fighting, alright, chat? Because I'm not messing with the other ones. Okay, cool. Thanks everybody. Alright, cool. So, I'm gonna kind of pre-use the potion because I don't know if they aggro to you right away or I haven't been down here before. I haven't actually been down here before. Wait. Oh, there's crabs. Oh, there's crabs here. That's cool. All right. So where am I going? Oh, here's the spitting ones. Here's the spitting ones. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, we're kind of smashing these. See, now the wiki says that they have a weak ranged attack instead of the icy breath, but in the chat it says it's using the icy breath. So is that not correct? Because they're hitting me through protect from missiles. So I mean, is that not? It says they have a weak ranged attack, but clearly they're using the breath on me because I'm getting frozen. I guess these aren't bad to fight, though. I was thinking this was going to be worse. These seem to be easier than the regular wyverns, if I'm not mistaken. Considering you get assigned so little of them, it's worth doing just for the points. Yeah, I was thinking of that. I was thinking of that myself. Oh, I got a prayer potion from him. Oh wow, that's cool. For once, for once an enemy monster finally gave me a prayer. Gonna roll the dice on a dragon hunter lance. Went down to just below 61 mil. All right, there you go. Hopefully that one works out and you make some. You do well with that. Okay, great. May as well pick up these wyvern bones before we go. All right. I meant to sell all of them. All right, so we made 150k on that short task, which is actually not bad. I think that was a 10-minute task or 8-minute task or something. So then, yeah, you would multiply the. Yeah, I mean that you're gonna get more than 150k per hour doing those. So it would seem. If you can stand the fight there for a while. I mean, I was kind of getting hit. All right. Now we could go back, or because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my task here, and we'll see, because I do have another one of those wyvern tasks. Yeah, I kind of think that's a bit steep to where you would block it, right? Because it's like, well, that's 500 Slayer points. Right, exactly. Yeah, easy enough. Hey, we got another one of my favorites, because I actually fought them earlier. Steel Dragons. We're gonna fight some Steel Dragons. Actually, I could fight either one. I guess while we're on topic, I mean, I may as well finish off the wyvern task. I'll just switch to doing that one, you know. All right, give me a quick few minutes here. I know I've kind of shown the farming run before, but I may as well. I do want to take a few minute break from fighting anyways. We're just gonna go with the quick farm run if everyone doesn't mind. Let's take a few minute break, but I'm gonna be just training some farming just to get it out of the way, and then we're gonna continue on with the next wyvern task. So since I already did the fruit trees, I'm gonna go with the regular trees, and we're gonna just kind of get going here. All right. $350,000 left to 94 farming. All right, so where are we going? Oh, farming guild. I like that I've got a spirit tree here at the farming guild now. It's actually kind of nice. For the longest time, I would come here and I'm like, oh, what are all these plots, you know? And there was actually a spirit tree one. I thought that one was really helpful, actually. Really saves you some time here, because then I could just go right to Falador from here. I don't have to, because you do a little bit more running around if you don't have the spirit tree access. And plus you'd have to bring a drum and staff, and it's just a little bit more clicks, you know, a little bit more to remember. So you just go to Falador Park here, plant whatever tree you want, right? And then we're going to go northwest of the park to get onto the next patch. I should really plant that one on my Iron Man. Forgot all about it. Yeah. It's I still need to unlock the one in the one elf village or town where it's the other fruit patch, and I also need to do the other quest where you get the other mahogany one or whatever, the special ones too. All right, and then I just used the free home teleport on the regular spell book just to go to the one behind Lumbridge. You could use a Lumbridge tab as well if you want, if you don't want to wait the extra time. But I'm going here for 2 reasons, because I got to get my prayer back anyway, so I may as well just stop in here, get the prayer back, be in and out, and then we're going to go back behind the castle here to get this next one planted. And then we're going to only have 1 more to go, and then we're going to get back onto the Wyvern tasks, which I'm glad that you guys mentioned that, because I wasn't so sure about that task. But I actually like fighting those more than I like fighting the regular skeletal wyverns, so I'll take that. I've literally just gone to the farming guild on my Iron Man now to get that planted. Hey, thanks. Yeah, hey, happy to help, you know. I know there's been a lot of times like you've helped me out and give me, you know, just like everyone's given like good suggestions and everything. I in turn, you know, maybe yeah, with like the route that I'm running, if that helps anyone out, you know, hopefully so. This is just kind of like the variation I do, and I just do this every day. I've added this to my daily routine, and what I like about this ending at Varrock is it puts you right back basically to the GE, and you just if you're wanting to get back to like training mage, AFK, or whatever you want to do, you just kind of come back here. Oh, how the tables turn. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? How you doing? We are just coming back from a farm run, and now that I got that out of the way, and I just remembered that I had to do that real quick. We're going to get back on a Slayer task here. So we're going to be fighting some wyverns. We're going to be fighting, what, like 23 or something of them? All right. Let's get on with the task. Making sure I have everything before I commit to going there. And then I'll just bank this pendant, and then I'm going to get a tab again, like I said, just in case. Yeah, so we've got 2 tasks right now. We've got the Fossil Wyverns task, which I'm going to be getting back to now, and then we've got the Steel Dragons, which is on deck unless I get a better task, like if I get Kurasks again or something like that, you know. Still got a couple days yet on my mahoganies that I planted, which is another reason why I come here anyway, to plant the mahoganies. Alrighty. It is kind of cool they've got some crabs here. Ooh, a taloned wyvern. I just now saw that. It's cool that they differentiate them by the color of the wings, though. You know? Alright, so... we are back at fighting these. Back to fighting these, I should say. Lots of 3,000 coin drops, which is interesting. You could go a whole day of fighting things and get that once. I didn't mean to grab that. There we go. Man, that one sniped me from like a mile away. I'm attacking all the way down there, and it's like, nope. All right, so that was back-to-back Fossil Island Wyvern tasks, and we were able to finish those. That is out of the way. Let me just see something here. Give me one second. That whole first task, I was getting all kinds of battle staffs, like the regular staff. And then this time, I got only the air battle staff for some reason. Alright, I'm just going to sell some of this stuff super quick, and then we're going to get back to the next. Alright, so that was 100k there. So between the two wyverns, it was 251k, something like that. Alright. Let me just add that to the profit for the day. And then we're just going to combine some of these potions and kind of continue on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the enchanted gems real quick, because I'm going to make some Slayer rings just real quick. I finally unlocked Ring Bling, so I actually want to bring Slayer ring with me. Let's see. What do I need? Well, we have gold bars, so that's cool. I just need to get some enchanted gems, I guess. We're going to get a task while we're here, too. Neck Royale. Okay. Alright. I would prefer to fight the steel dragons myself. All right. So I guess I do have some enchanted gems somewhere. Oh, damn. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Do I need a mold with these? I need a a ring mold? I need a ring mold. Alright, so it's not going to look super organized here, but this is the first time I'm actually making some of these Slayer rings. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I know I've said it probably 10 times. Thanks for the like. Appreciate it, everybody. We're just going to go to Edgeville here, and It'll be really quick because we're right by a bank. So let me, actually, I can just start crafting. I can start just crafting them now. We're going to make some Slayer rings here. So if you haven't made these yet, you just need to unlock that from one of the Slayer Masters. You can craft them with gold bars and enchanted gems. And we're just going to start making them. And you can see how much XP you get, which it's not much. We're just going to make our own because it's going to save a lot with the Slayer points, you know? Alright, that should be good for now. Because you get 8 charges with each one, I believe. So that's more than fine. We're just going to put this back. And we're going to keep these handy because now we can go right to the Slayer Master, right? Okay, cool. And I still have a couple bars if I wanted to make a couple more, but we should be good for a while here. So let's continue on with the tasks. Honestly, I haven't... It's been a couple tasks since I've used the Defender because I've just been getting... I've been getting steel dragons, I've been getting wyverns, and you know what I mean? I figured I would just keep going with what's working here, so... Yeah. Let me just see something. Okay. Alright. So you can go to, I'm guessing they mean Gnome Stronghold, Slayer Tower. Oh, you can go right to Slayer Tower. Okay. Fremenic Dungeon, this will be useful for the Kurasks. Oh wow, alright. Great. Yeah, we'll just bring that, I feel like. Okay. Cool. I finally made use of that the unlock there for that. So that's good. Okay. So let's just get going here. We're gonna fight some, before I forget, we're gonna fight steel dragons. And hey, maybe for today we're gonna get a visage. Now that would be wishful thinking, but maybe we will. No? Never know. Alright. You know, and of all the times I've ran through Karamja, seeing how someone else was running through here, if you click like on top of this volcano, you actually get to the gate faster than going around. I know it's so random, but I would always go around, and I guess I would take extra time getting through this area. Just because I would misclick and not even realize it, you know? So we'll have a little bit more run saved up for getting through the rest of this part here. I mean, when you're in full metal armor, it's like, well, it's not helping too much, but it kind of does. I think at this point I would already be at 0, so it kind of helped a little bit. It's crazy, all the different nuances to this game. That's what makes it fun, though, is, you know, it's definitely there's not a dull moment in this game. There's always something to do. There's always something to do. I'm going to get a drink here. I'm just going to walk for a second. Alrighty. So usually when I get to like 25 run, I'll just kind of go for it. Basically now with this setup, what we're doing. We've got the Divine Super Combats. We've got the anti-fires, and you'll want to use one kind of before you go in here if you're going down this way to get to Brimhaven. You'll be greeted by bronze dragons kind of right off the bat. So, and then I have my teleport in case I need to with the Slayer Ring. We'll just kind of get out of here if we need to, but so far so good. And I was actually here earlier today on another Steel Dragon task, so maybe this will be the one where we get something nice. Today might be the day, chat. When I was on the last task, I got a bunch of blood runes, and that was pretty much it. Wasn't too much else to note for drops. Alright. So let's fight some steel dragons, shall we? $122,000 XP left to go, and then we're going to be 91 on strength, which would be pretty cool. And then I was trying to think, I'm like, well, should I work on attack and get that to 91? Because I've been balancing those two out, but I might just stick with strength, you know, because we are hitting a fair amount on a lot of the tasks that I do, so I'm not too worried about it. Like, we've definitely come a long way to where we're, even without a defender, we're hitting a lot. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna rush it. It's all important though. That's kind of the way I see it. Oh, see, there we go. There's some blood runes right off the bat. We got a 20 stack right off the first couple kill. Was that the second kill? I'm probably going to work my way towards getting that here. I always over prepare when I come here. They're like doing, the dragons are doing flips when they die. Whee! Gonna jump on the iPad in bed, so won't be chatting, but still have the stream open. Good luck with the tasks. Hey, thanks, cause I appreciate that. Sounds cool. Yeah, I mean, it's all definitely helping, guys. Like, I have noticed, I've noticed more, like, views and just general, like, more people are, stopping by and I mean, it's all making a difference, so thank you so much. That was one hope that I had when I started this series, was I was getting back into this game, like, I was playing RuneScape again. And with that, I was just trying to bring, like, that mindset, just like a positive, like, you know, I'm back playing, and just trying to run it back and just kind of try to get back to where I used to be, because I was, well, it was RS3. I mean, I had a lot of levels in that game, but I'm actually liking this journey a lot more. So, you know, I'll kind of go as far as I can with it. I mean, I haven't gotten to like the top of the melee and the combat stats yet. We still got a ways to go with our training, but that's what I'm looking to do, right? Now, I actually am kind of excited because I was also, I got an idea from a video I watched from one of the larger channels, probably the largest RuneScape one, well, Old School. But I think it was flipping Old School. But he was talking about the Venator bow. I'm actually wanting to get 80 range so I could try that out. That looks like a sweet bow. Like that, I mean, hitting multiple enemies in a multi-combat, that's gotta be crazy. Like, great for XP. You're the one putting in the work, bro. Make sure to give yourself props, too. Yeah, I appreciate that. I just try to take it all in stride. Just doing what I can to keep everything as entertaining as possible. And also, for those that are seeing the stream for like the first time or whatever the case may be, just, you know, that initial like, hey, this is the journey, this is the story, you know, this is what we're trying to do, just trying to work on Slayer, just trying to get some levels going and kind of get to a place in this game that I haven't and didn't think I would get to back in the day when I started out playing this game many years ago. We got another tooth half of the key. Too bad I didn't get the loop one so I could combine them, but it's all good. It's all good. So maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a Visage today. Maybe. It could happen. Honestly, at this point, I would also take Dragon Plate Legs too. $109,000 left to go until we are 91 on the strength front. And then we're gonna just keep, I think we're gonna keep up with strength. Managed to get the chat working on the iPad while on OSRS. Neat. Oh, nice. There you go. Cool. Well, that'll work. I think I take out 2 steals every minute, which is my average right now. So that would be 18 minutes, and then we would be done with the task. About. So we'll see. And then hopefully we get Kurasks, because I know I've talked about it, but that would be like a. I mean, it's either that or at this point it would be that or Gargoyles, you know. Steel dragons aren't bad though. I kind of think they should drop a little bit more stuff, but I'm not necessarily like disappointed in what they drop, because they do drop some good things. It's just too bad that the bars aren't noted unless you do the elite Karamja. You have to get all that rune crafting. That's a skill that's going to take me a while to get anywhere close to 91 or whatever you need. That'll probably be my last skill, or agility maybe. But my first 99, like I'm saying, I'm thinking it's going to be farming. Just the way that things are trending. But if I stick with the routine every day, I should be able to get 99. I would also take a cow fight task, because then we can get to 64 range, which would be great too. Farming is a great first one. Yeah, right? Because you get farming out of the way, and that's typically a skill that a lot of players, it's basically you pay for it unless you find a profitable way to sustain it the whole time. But then once you get the 99, you could just focus on purely like what is profitable, and then that just kind of adds to your daily profit. And it kind of goes both ways, because instead of spending money on the skill every day for like 3 months, now it kind of reverses, and now you're getting money every day from farming. You finally, through the hard work, that's what you achieve. So I'm looking to do that here pretty soon. It'll be farming, and then probably cooking would be the second, or like the trim for 99. It would be cooking, farming probably. Because honestly, I'm just gonna go jug of wine to 99. If I can do a couple hours a week, just do jug of wine at the GE while I'm waiting for things to buy and sell. You know. So yeah, if we get a cow fight task, for sure I'll get 64 ranged. We'll get part of the way through progress towards 65. I don't think players take advantage of farming profits enough. Yeah, because I think the perception is basically farming is only going to be a costly skill, which is mostly true, but you can make profit from it. That's what I'm excited for once I'm finally done training it, because then I can focus on just the fruit tree portion of the farming run, and then I can kind of research which herbs to plant and all that other stuff that I don't yet do. But I mean, it's basically, because you have your birdhouse runs that you can do every day, but then it's basically like you have your fruit tree runs you do every day. And it wouldn't be the full farming run, it would be like half a run. So basically half the run gives you profit. And as a bonus, you would get a little bit of extra XP if you want to catch some people on the leaderboards for just for fun, because it's not, it's not going to matter once you're 99. But if you want to for fun, you pass another 10,000 people. I mean, that's kind of fun, right? They've been in that spot for however many years, and you pass them. That's kind of the way I view it. We're under 100,000 now for XP to go on 91 strength, which would be great. And then we'll have 8 levels to go until 99. And what's crazy, chat, was when I checked the leaderboards, like the high scores every day. And I have 90 strength, but there's still like 950,000 players, or maybe 1 million, that have more XP than me. And it's level 90. That shows you how popular of a skill that is to train them. And now that I'm 77 mage, I've actually gained a little bit of ground finally. Because I was unranked for a long time in Magic. I'd be like level 70 or whatever. Oh, you're not ranked. Really? That's interesting. Back in the day, level 70 wasn't too bad, but then you fast forward a bunch of years and Tamikan Shadow and all this stuff comes out, and I think that motivates a lot of people to train Magic. So, who knew, right? I'll take a Runite bar. Thank you very much. I can't mine Runite, but I can get the bars from drops. So that's cool. The dragon did all the work for me. I didn't even need a pickaxe. See? I didn't even need a furnace either. Because the dragon's basically the furnace, you know? Yeah, we got a couple of keys here too. So I mean, we've got a little bit of loot from this run. I mean, you always have that outside hope that you'll get a Visage, but if you get one every couple months, you know what I mean? Like it's really not. It's pretty rare. I was fortunate to have gotten that one that I did. I hadn't gotten a Visage before. But once I got the drop, I knew it immediately, and I'm like, okay, this is different. I got something really rare. We've got about 20 more to go here, and then we are going to be done with this task. And then this will be actually the first time that I'm going to use the Slayer ring. So now that we can craft our own Slayer rings, we made, I believe I made 13 of them. So if you were to convert that into Slayer points, that would be, yeah, 975. So basically almost 1,000 Slayer points. But we spent 300 to unlock it. So you basically save almost 700 Slayer points by getting the unlock and just crafting them yourself. Like that's in the long run. Because those 75 points can add up. They can add up. And especially if you accidentally teleport, you use one of your uses, your charges, right? So it's better to just craft them on your own if you can. You just got to make sure you have the unlock, and then I think you have to have a minimum crafting level too. We should be able to finish this task in about 10 more minutes, chat. Again, just for fun, I am having that outside hope to get a visage, but I'm not expecting to get one. I would honestly be happy if I got dragon plate legs. Or, I guess, the plate skirt, whichever one. Up to the very end is when I start to collect the bones here, because they do drop some rune stuff, so I figure I'm just going to keep some inventory slots open for that chance. And if it doesn't happen, then I just pick up the bones and I leave, right? Getting a fair amount of blood runes, though. That's the one thing I would say. When you fight these, you will get, typically, you will get blood runes. So we've got 55k value in blood runes from taking out like 37 of them or something. It's really, I mean, for that, that's pretty decent, I think. Given that we've been here for 17 minutes, or 22 minutes. We've been here for 22 minutes. So in an hour, you could get about 500 blood runes. So, I don't know, 100 something K maybe? Or, no, what would that be? 150, 160k worth? That would be if you were here for an hour, though, which I don't think the task would be that long. If you did. This is actually the second Steel Dragon task I've had today, which I don't mind. I mean, this, to me, I actually like fighting these more for the challenge than it actually being like a fast task to complete. This is just one of those tasks where when I see it, I'm like, okay, you know, I kind of make an exception because typically, if it's just okay for money making, like, I mean, these can be very good if you get a visage, you know what I mean? If you land a visage, then they're excellent, but it's a 1 in 10,000 chance, so you can't really bank on getting it. More than likely, I mean, you're gonna get, you know, like runes, like you could see here, like rune stuff. I kind of just view it as, I like the challenge of the task, and it's just fun. This is actually, for me, just a fun task. Because I waited years to fight these. Just back in the day, I would always say, oh yeah, I'll work on strength, I'll work on defense, you know, I'll train. I would kind of put things off, and you know, with this character this time, I decided to just kind of go for it, you know. We've got 11 more to go, so that's about 6 minutes left to fight these, and then we're going to see what we are going to be fighting next. We do have the Gargoyles on like standby. Like, I could choose to fight them, or depending on if the other task is going to be better, we'll fight that enemy instead. Personally, I wouldn't mind Kurasks or Gargoyles. I mean, you kind of know by now. Those are the ones I try to get as often as possible for the money-making potential. You know, what you can... just the drops you can get, especially the noted drops. Anything that's easy to sell at the GE, I will always take those Slayer tasks. Probably good here with the super combats. I think this will be the last use that we're going to need. Once we smash these steel dragons, we have 8 more to go, and then we'll teleport to Neve and get our next task. I'm actually excited for that just because of all the times that I've brought like a Varrock tab, gone to the GE to cut through to the spirit tree and, you know, go the longer way. This would be kind of nice to speed things up a little bit. Huh. I thought I took that one out. I guess not. $79,000 left to go. And then we'll finally be at 91. I've been at this for a couple days, really. Once you start getting up to this level, though, I mean, that's kind of what you can expect. It'll take a little while to get level ups, but that's part of it. And everyone's in the same boat. So I'm just kind of used to it. I am still on the side. I'm trying to work on other upgrades to the set where I could get a little bit more XP per hour as well. Oh, hey, we finally got a notable drop here. Nice. I'll take a rune full hum. Not bad. Not bad, right, chat? Take it. One more to go. It spawns you right on top of Neve. You literally spawn right there. That's funny. Alright, so we're gonna fight some Anku. I don't mind that. It'll be a quick one. You know, we'll just get some quick Slayer points. No big deal. Let me just deposit everything, I guess. We're gonna deposit the loot and all that. Okay, and then let me just fix the inventory here. Probably don't even need all of this. To be honest with you. I'm just gonna bring, it's actually kind of funny, I'm just gonna bring this cooked grok because somebody at the GE just dropped like a whole thing of it. I'm like, okay, free food. They don't sell in the GE, but I don't care because when I do these Slayer tasks, it is kind of nice just using food whenever you want and just healing up again. Kind of like right now, you know, I'm a bit damaged from the divines, so hey, it was free food, so it's fine. It's fine with me. I actually think I could use all of it up now. Oh, never mind. I did. Okay, I may as well just bring a couple of cheap bass, anyways. I save more like the better food for like the better, the stronger enemies. Anku aren't really gonna hit me. It's whatever. Good old Bloodvelds. You know? One of my favorite training tasks. Here we go. Here are the Anku. I knew it wouldn't take us too long. We'll get through 80 of these in no time. This won't be bad at all. We'll kind of just smash through these, to be honest. I don't know that I even need food here. It's more of when I use divines than anything else. But these, so Ankus are pretty good at dropping runes. So we'll pick up the death runes this time. We probably will get a couple of death rune drops, so may as well. You can pick up, I mean, they drop blood runes too. So many supplies for that task. Hey, what's going on, Bolty? Hey, I think I remember you from another stream. May have been a couple days ago. How's it going, Bolty? And welcome. Yeah, you know, it's not like a serious, like I know I don't need all of this for Ankus. What I'm trying to do is, if they assign me back-to-back tasks in this dungeon, I kind of like to save time instead of having to bank, at least initially, a couple times. I mean, I will for super combats anyway, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes what they'll do is they'll assign Anku and then they'll assign Aberrant Spectre, right? Well, they're just south of the Anku. I keep forgetting to bring my defender too. I'm so used to fighting the dragons and stuff today, because that's all, I mean, basically today, I've been fighting dragons and wyverns like all day. So I've actually, that's why I forgot my defender. I'm so used to, oh yeah, steel dragon. It's easy to forget. Oh, at least for me. But yes, you can never have enough supplies, because we're going to be smashing these Slayer monsters. They are not going to stand a chance. And like I was saying, this is free food that I got from GE standing. Someone just dropped like 50 of them or something. So I'm like, okay. I'll just use that as like food for just a random task, you know, nothing serious, you know. But if I had paid for the drop, it was like 30, it was like a 30k stack. So, I mean, I'll take it. I'm not going to pass it up. It was literally dropped like right by me when I was just training, I think, mage or something. So I'm training and I'm like, oh, okay, I may as well just pick this up. It's like, okay. Yeah, you were streaming Black Demons, I think. You should kill the Anku in the Catacombs of Korund for totem drops, then you can kill Skotizo. Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of that name. I've been to Catacombs, I've been to Korund, well, I've been to Catacombs, I think I've done a couple of tasks there. The thing is, like I say often, it's kind of a one-off thing for me just with certain video games. It's just how it is for me now. It never used to be the case. But there are certain, like, color patterns, there's certain color palettes, there's certain monster sprites that bug me. Like, they don't bug me personally, they bug me, like, as I'm playing. It's like I get sick feeling, like motion sick or something. That Catacombs is so purple. It's like the rocks are outlined in purple, and it's very strong to me. And I'm probably 1 out of a million with that. But it's, I like areas like this. You can see here where like the cave walls are, it's like a neutral color. It's pretty, you know what I mean? It's kind of bland. I do pretty well in these areas, and I don't notice anything wrong, or you know what I mean? Like I fight here pretty well. But if I'm in Great Korund, it's just something about it. I don't know how to explain that. But you're totally right on what you're saying. I think that's good advice. If I can get around to doing that one on like a future task, that would definitely help, because I do want to, at least I know even for like the achievement diary, I think you have to end up taking that out anyway. So yeah, good to know though, for sure. I do appreciate that. Free is free for sure. I use wines when I'm ranging. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. Isn't it interesting, Bolty, what some players drop in the GE? They'll drop like stacks of like arrows that are like 30k. Just I didn't want those. I didn't want 10,000 arrows today. I don't know why. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, are they really limited in their bank space where it's like, oh man, those arrows were really setting me back? I try. I don't know. You know, I'll take them and I don't say anything, but it's like, well, when I started playing, I guess it's 9 weeks ago now. When I started with this character, right off the bat, I was saving money. I was trying to get to 100k, and I was trying to build my money to where I could start getting some, you know, like adamant and rune gear and stuff. You wouldn't have seen me dropping all my arrows because I wouldn't have made any headway. I wouldn't have had any money. You know what I mean? That would have been like my bank at the time, like way like early. You know what I mean? So if I wasn't doing that the first week, why would I do it now? You know? Because there's gonna be a day when the market is slow and the profit isn't as good. You know, maybe that adds up over time. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It's just I kind of wonder though if it's like a patience thing or what. Like why? Like certain stackable items, I would just hold on to them. You know, if it's like junk, I totally understand, but. Those are the big boys with billions who don't worry about GP. Yeah, that's true. The big boys. Yeah. The only thing about that is it kind of gives it away, though. So I guess if that doesn't bother them. But... There are so many thousands of players that would be like, what? And they would run to get that, you know? They would like rush to get that. Because that would be like a good, that's like a good like monster drop, you know what I mean? Like if you were to fight a monster and get that as a drop, you'd pick it up, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh. Yeah, so I've just been trying to knock out some of these Slayer tasks and get to 85. I'm looking to get to 85 Slayer. We're at 82 now. And then maybe we'll start getting on like some of the, like the really, well, I mean, Kurasks and Gargoyles are really great, but the Abyssal Demons, because they can drop the whips too. You know? Which world do you play on? I am on 364, Bolty. Yeah, I stick to 364. It's just, I don't know, kind of like where I've been chilling, you know? I think it started out because there were a few helpful people, and then it was just kind of like it just seemed like a pretty solid world. So I'm like, all right, you know, I don't mind playing here. For as many servers as there are, I do think each world, like each server, if you will, it does kind of have its own differences. Like it, you know, which is great. I think that's good for the game. There's a lot to this game, and it's cool to. I think it's cool to see. At some point, I was thinking of doing pest control as well. Not today, but I was thinking about it though. I did that for a while when I was in like the, I think like mid 60s, 70s, like the attack and all that. So it's been a minute since I've played Pest Control, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some of those points to save up for the Void Gear and all that. Yep. Oh, is that you? What do you know? Hey, it's a small world, eh? So what are you trying to go for now? What Yeah, thank you. You know? And this should wrap up the task. So we are done taking out those pesky Ankus, and now we are going to get our next one. And I'm just going to save the charge on my Slayer Ring, because we're basically right here anyways, right? I'm just AFK mining at the moment most of the time. Oh, no, I wasn't leaving. I'm just getting a task going real quick here. We got some hellhounds. We are on a I'm coming. I didn't see. I'm running. I got my Nikes. We're running. We're running. Where'd you drop it? Oh my gosh. Oh wow, thank you. Thank you. Hey, that's cool. Hey, thank you. It was kind of like I was, remember how I was like, oh yeah, they typically assign, back to back, like tasks, like when you're here, for like enemies where you can fight them here. So we're gonna fight some hellhounds, but I will make some adjustments to the inventory here real quick anyways. But thank you, that's pretty cool. I do appreciate it. And it reminds me because I do need to equip the defender because I keep forgetting. It's so easy to do. I was just, like I said, I was fighting all those dragons. I'm trying to use up all this extra food. I guess we will at some point. We're just gonna quickly deposit all this. Thank you again for the drop. That was pretty cool. All right, let me just get ready to fight here. I randomly stack things when doing something. I did 250-ish medium clues for ranger boots. Finally got them, and I can't sell them, so more value for you than me. Oh, all right. Yeah. Oh, so you got ranger boots. Oh, nice. Or you were, okay. 4 ranger boots. Yeah, I'm sure that it took some time to accumulate those 250. That is, I mean, that is impressive. I mean, I've done a couple clues, but not to that extent. I'm on a hard one right now, and I almost have completed it, but the step I'm on is one where you have to complete Regicide or Morning Ends Part 1 or something to get down the... I'm trying to think of the path. You fight like... you fight an enemy, though, and then you can dig and get the chest or whatever. You know what? I think for these, honestly, we're gonna bring the cannon. I'm kind of done playing nice with these hellhounds where I just kind of melee them. We need to speed up this task a little bit, so they're gonna get cannoned for a little while. You know, I can't. And actually, because I'm right here, I don't need to bring the Slayer ring, so we should be good there. Get all this set up here. This will take me a second. Still kind of thinking through here. Do I have anything? No. All right, we're good. Should be good to go. Alright, well, it'll be bombs away because we're gonna try to speed up this Hellhound task, and I do want to get range to 64, so we may as well. Alright, woof woof, here you go. Have fun. Yep, you know? Alright, let's do this. If it'll attack them. The only thing about this is because it's single combat, I feel like it's just gonna spin and spin and spin. At least I got it. At least we got it here, though. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was nice. There we go. Maybe you let it cannon the enemy first, and then you attack it or something. Maybe that's the play, right, chat? We'll let the cannon start the attacking, and then we'll kind of go from there. You know? Teamwork, right? Range or mage from a safe spot next time, then can get all of them with your cannon. Oh, okay, yeah, I was trying to remember. I saw someone else doing that, and I was trying to remember what they did. Okay, yeah, that explains that. But they were fighting Bloodvelds. They were fighting. Okay, yeah, it was. Yeah, when I go back up there, I'll show you where they were standing. I kind of remember what they were doing. So what would you do? You would be like down here somewhere and just kind of like bow them or something? I don't have the best range setup for like fighting per se. Like I'm still working on the other combat style approaches. I'm still trying to get down what equipment I want to be using. I mean, it would be serviceable. I still need to get the imbued Slayer helmet because I'm still just from the start, right? I haven't attempted the Nightmare Zone yet. I mean, I know of it. I haven't done it yet. But I would like to actually do that. On top of that, I do want to get the Barrow's gloves too. But I mean, there's a couple to dos for sure. I just find that, I mean, I'll finish a quest. I'll get some momentum, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm kind of quested out for today. I'll do one quest and I'll be like, oh yeah, that was enough. I used to be able to do like back-to-back quests, no problem. I think when you do a lot of them, sometimes it does kind of, I don't know. They're fun. I don't know. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. So you stand here, but which area would you target? Would you target the one you're looking at then, probably? Well, I guess you could aim either way. Yeah, that's a good spot. Yeah, I'll show you when I'm done with this. I'm trying to remember the spot that... Let the cannon kill there and you hit the ones on the other side. Oh, okay, so... Okay, so for example... Okay. The cannon's putting in work over here, right? And you're shooting these ones, like you're right here. Yeah, because they can't get you. Okay, I get it. Yeah, alright, I'll keep that in mind for next time, yeah. Alright. I appreciate that. That is good information. Yeah, because that's one thing, right? I do want to... I do want to get to 70 range because I want to start fighting in the God Wars dungeon. Like I want to start bossing. I have to be a bit selective with which bosses I can fight because certain special attacks, like I told you before with that health. Well, anyways, I've seen before. You've got Commander Zilliana and all these enemies, right? I think I could fight them. I don't think that there's too much going on there. When I was watching the one video of someone clearing them out, they had like a resurrected thrall or reanimated thrall or something. Okay, I thought that was one of the sub enemies or whatever in the room, but no, it's, I guess you cast that or something. See, that's new to me. I haven't yet done that. But it's got like a red, or it's got like a yellow outline. But that was the kind of thing that bothered me when I played Diablo 3. All of the enemies were highlighted in red. All it took was a week, and I couldn't play that game anymore because of that. So, at least I know it's kind of like a relief that, oh yeah, well that's just, if you chose to do that spell, you would have that thrall or whatever it's called, skeleton, I don't know. But the enemies actually, it seems pretty straightforward, but I do need to work on my range, though, because that is my weakest combat stat right now. Like, if you were to look at it, the melee's pretty strong. I'm not max, but I mean, it's competent. Like, I mean, I'm pretty good. It's pretty good. The prayer's solid. Again, could be better, but it's reasonable, right? And even the magic is decent, but the range is, everyone would agree, the range is low. So that is going to be a focus of mine. I would just prefer to get multi-combat tasks for me personally, because I feel like it goes a lot quicker when you get that. But you can't be picky, so there's only so many of those that you get anyway, right? But if I get a Cal Fight task, I mean, that would be a for sure level. I mean, 64. That's what it was, Bolty. That's exactly what it was. I think, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's a thrall. Okay. Yeah. And why that would bother me is because it's like it's like a bold, strong color that doesn't really go against the backdrop right for me, and it's distracting, but then it's like I get motion sick or something. I don't know. So I was just hoping that that wasn't part of the experience, because I haven't actually done God Wars before. But seeing that it wasn't, I mean, I was kind of like, okay, well, because honestly, I do want to make a series out of it where I'm fighting there and I'm there for hours and I'm trying to get, good drops and all that. Like I want to do that. I think that would be good for the stream. But like I've been excited for things in the past, like for Call of Duty and other games. I would look forward to doing them and then only to find out, well, I can't participate because it would make me sick. So I didn't want to get my hopes up, but it does seem promising. I just need to get my range level to 70, and then that's one less thing I can kind of, at least for like a prerequisite of what would be like the bare minimum going into it, I would feel a little bit more comfortable with kind of fighting with more on the line. If I'm going to be doing, say, like, bossing per se, there, right? Because I do want to do that mini quest where you unlock the frozen door to the ancient prison, and then, or where Nex is. One day I would like to fight Nex and take that off my to-do list, because that's been a thing for like years where I wanted to fight Nex. But I've never had the stats or the gear or a clan to where I would do that. Good luck if you do solo. Doing it in a team 2 to 3 is more chill. GWD is great, though, for early bossing. Well, that's what I wanted to get to, right, Bolty? I kind of, with a lot of RPGs, MMOs, these kind of games, if I had a minute to tell someone, like, my history of playing games, I've always been down to play RPGs, take on the toughest enemies in Final Fantasy and a lot of other games, right? I feel like once I hit my stride with the bosses in this game and I could just start out, it's like the humble beginnings where you're starting out, you're fighting early on. It would be just like going through the journey of, okay, this is where I started, and then how do I get near the top echelon of players, It's not going to be overnight. There's a lot of great players that play this game. They've got a lot of skill. can I take a step toward that? You know what I mean? Can I do something else that's respectable? Can I, you know what I mean? Like, which stats do I need to work on? Those kind of things. It's still one of my favorite places to go. It's nostalgic because that's where I played when I started my main. Yeah. Yeah. I have an early memory of going there many years ago, not knowing what I was doing at all, wondering why there's all these enemies fighting and duking it out, and you're getting hit by everybody, and, you know. We are about 31,000 XP away from 91 strength. I feel like I've been on this level for a year. I kind of just want to get the level up already. Yeah. There's a couple things I want to make sure I have done before I start going there. I want to get magic up a bit more too. I want to get range to 70 or higher. I want to get Barrow's gloves. So just a couple more to-dos, and then I'm up for the challenge. My initial thinking was I wanted to fight General Gardor and try to go for the Bando stuff. Like, that was my initial, when I was kind of looking through the wiki and all that, like which of the commanders or which of the generals I would like to fight first, if I had to, I could pick, right? I'd probably be the least confident with the Kriara. I'm a melee player, and I'm not really a ranged player, although I could try to be. Certain enemies that are like one or two styles only, I have to kind of get used to those battles before I really dive in and kind of commit to that. Look into making or buying expeditious bracelets or slaughter bracelets. They are for Slayer, which can extend or speed up a task. They do 30% increase or 30% decrease based on which one. Oh, yeah. I meant to do that too. Thanks for reminding me too, Bolty, on that, because that was something else I had seen before that I kind of filed away as like useful information. I just never really followed up on that. Yeah, so for tasks like this, right, you would use... I'm trying to think which one you'd want to do. You would want to make this one go faster, because this isn't really a good task. You would want to speed this one up and get things moving, I feel like. And then vice versa, if you get like a really good task, you would want to keep it going, I would guess. I do think that there are those tasks for most players that they would be like, yeah, I'm going to want to skip through this one. I know it's not the same for everybody, of course. But then, conversely, there are tasks where a lot of players would be like, oh, yeah, that's a great one, Like, I think most people would agree that gargoyles are a pretty good task. Right? You can get a granite maul from it, yada yada. Not to mention all of the good noted drops you can get. But it may just be that the player is going for pure Slayer XP, and they don't necessarily want like a money dominant task, like that's just okay Slayer XP, Maybe they want like a cow fight task or something to train their range and kind of multitask. I don't know. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on, Jeremy? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are on a Hellhound task. I'm about 2/3 of the way through. I think it was like 166 or something like that. I can't remember, but trying to speed things up with the cannon here. But talking with the chat here, Bolty, and just kind of going through the strategy. Yeah, what you would want to do is you would want to have the you could still bring the cannon here, but then you would safe spot here and kind of look down to fight these this other group with like a bow or something. That's what I'm gonna maybe try next time. And then I'll show you guys. I saw when someone was fighting Bloodvelds, they actually had a really good area. It's the same concept to what Bolty was showing me. Pretty effective though. Like I saw that they were actually doing a lot of damage with their bow. I'm guessing that their range was pretty high to begin with. So definitely trying to see if I can utilize a similar strategy myself. I'm not much of a ranger, as you can see, but I don't mind the skill. I just kind of get caught up training melee, and I kind of forget about the others sometimes. That's really all it is. Yeah, just basically trying to wrap up the tasks that aren't so great, and then continue and try to get the better ones consistently to where not only for getting money or gold, but also for XP per hour too. Like in my case, I've been training strength for probably 4 or 5 hours over the past 2 days, I would say. But tasks like these are alright for your experience, but they're not going to give you drops. I mean, you're just going to get, what, Vile Ashes, which, okay, whatever, you know. But ideally, for stream, I would look for like a Gargoyle task, Kurasks, like any of those kind of tasks would be just awesome. I'm glad that Kazaa had mentioned, he's like, oh yeah, the Kurasks is actually a really good money task. You should do it. And I kind of just stuck with that. I tried it out because I figured, I'm like, all right, you know. I'm glad I did because I think that's one of the best tasks for their combat level in the game. For money making. Once I made that like 1 mil in 50 minutes, I was like, okay, yeah, this is a legit task. I wasn't expecting that either. I was like, it'll probably be pretty good, but, you know. That's what I like about Slayer, though, is there's a lot of different monsters to fight. I mean, there's some exceptions where you can kind of stay in the same area for a little while, like in this, for this dungeon, right? But I do like that you get to go around and explore different areas. That's one of the strong points of RuneScape in my mind. And I think with Sailing coming out in a few months, at least that's the plan, right? We're going to get to, I would imagine there's going to be more Slayer areas too. They might even add another Slayer Master. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, there's probably a very low chance of that, but I don't know what they'll do. They're at minimum, they're probably going to add another couple Slayer dungeons somewhere. The only way to get to them would probably be like, oh, sailing or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just trying to think out of the box. I don't really know. It would be interesting, I guess is what I'm saying. What I would consider, if I were you guys, chat, what I would consider as we get closer to when sailing becomes part of the game, take a look at the price of cannonballs, okay? And before that skill drops, maybe you want to stock up, because I'm pretty confident when that drops, the price is going to be like volatile for a while. I would imagine, right? But what's also going to happen is it's going to affect the price of the bars too, like the steel bars, and you know, if you stock up now, or at least maybe just towards the end, but still kind of early, at least you'll have maybe another week or two worth of supply where you could still train like you were before. And a lot of players are going to have to spend more money to do the same thing. I could easily see that happen. For right now, the price has kind of gone the reverse, where it's like $240, $250 for each one. That's more what I would expect it to be right now. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. So yeah, Bolty for you. Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, I understand for like the Iron Man. Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, not much I can say to help with. I know, I get that. Yeah. Well, I'd say it's pretty impressive what you've done, though. It seemed like you've got, you know, pretty high statistics, you know, with that. So that's cool. So there are different Iron Man modes or Iron Man characters. Someone was talking about, there's a Dead Man Iron Man or something? I'm trying to remember what someone said. I'm still kind of getting everything down, so forgive me if I miss a detail on that. I know that they can't. I know that Iron Man can't trade and do the GE, and I don't. There's other restrictions. Maybe I'm not sure, but that's part of the challenge, right? I even think there's separate leaderboards, aren't there? Because really, I mean that is a lot more difficult. You just don't have the same kind of access to the resources, like the convenience of the GE, right? There's a lot to this game. There's definitely multiple ways to play. It's got a high replay value too, because you could have like a main account, but then you can have an Iron Man like account as well. A couple different ways to play this game. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for anyone, I mean, for anyone that can take advantage of that. Like even with Yama coming up here in what, 6 days? Any equipment you want to get, you should probably get it now. because I'm already seeing the prices of things go up. Like I was saying earlier, chat, when I bought Eternal Boots, I paid 6.9 mil, and I've never really thought to buy Eternal Boots, right? I'm just telling you. I bought them because I'm like, well, wait a minute. They're saying you could use any of those three kind of boots to make the Avernic treads, right? Well, you look at the different prices of the other two. You've got the Pegasus, which is what, 30 mil or something? I can't remember the price. You've got the Primordial, which I have here. You know, the Primordial, which is like 25 mil. But the Eternal Boots were 7 mil. So that's an 18 million difference. When I saw that, I was like, there's no way that price is going to hold. There's no way. And sure enough, 2 days after I sold mine, it went up a mil. If I had just waited 2 days. So, if you want to buy Eternal Boots, I'd consider looking at it now, because they could be 10 mil tomorrow. They could be 8 mil tomorrow. I don't know. Just check it every hour. Just make your own decision. But if you land a home run and you buy them for like 8.1 and you sell them for 24, you know what I mean? Why not? Because you're only going to get one shot to do that. So you may as well benefit from that. All right, so we finished up with that task and got to 159 here for the streak. We're just one away from getting the 10th and for every 10. We are on a task to take out some trolls. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, great. So you're probably wondering, like, well, why would you want to fight trolls? Well, it was like I was saying, because we're training. Oh, you can't even make this up. Chat, you're seeing that I have 5 XP for range 64, right? You seeing that? It's not just me. There we go. Hey, so for 5 XP, we're going to do a troll task. But it's actually going to be really good for ranged XP. I just need to stock up here. It's not so much like, oh, the trolls are so strong or something. I bring more than I need to, just by habit, really. I'd rather have more than less. That way I can just go from task to task and not really have to go to the bank as often. At least that's what I say. And then here I am at the bank. We'll just take a second here. You don't really need to bring food with you. I mean, I just bring one for divines because I use divines. We are going to travel via the fairy ring. So let's go ahead and get everything ready to go here. Give me 1 second too. I kind of forgot. When I get out of battle, sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I need to heal a little bit. Not that I'm like concerned about trolls, like I said. It's more of just like a habit. I just want to be consistent with what I'm doing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to keep the cannon on standby and bring it with us to I'll show you where we're going to go. We'll fight these trolls. I know a lot of players pass them up, and that's totally fine. And I don't blame you, because I did that for a little while too. But then I saw that in this particular area, it's a multi-combat area, and the cannon puts in work here. So it's basically like you get another Cal fight task. So if you like fighting Cal fights for the purpose of training ranged, I mean, then this task I'll show you where we go. It's kind of along the same line. So if you want to go ahead, so yeah, under the code is BLS here. You're going to go to the Kebos lowlands, south of Mount Kitamortum. And then that's going to be where we're going to go. And we're going to set up shop with the cannon. You just go west from the fairy ring, kind of go along the dirt path here, go more like northwest. And then you're going to see these trolls here, right? You know, and then we're going to just set the cannon down. I think right there's probably a good spot. And then we're going to fire away. And, you know, we got a a quick range level. We're level 64. Yep. So you can just do this to speed up a troll task if you get one instead of using your cancels on them. One less task where you got to worry about that, and you can get some ranged XP out of it as well. Results may vary on the cannon placement. Like, the cannon is staring right at this troll, but I don't think it can hit it because of the tree, so we're gonna just kind of move this one. It's not going to be quite as good as a cow fight task, but it's still going to be similar enough where, like, I'll show you with the XP counter here. Like, you can see the XP kind of rolling in here. You know what I mean? Like, we're actually getting a fair amount of XP from this. You see? So that's one thing to keep in mind. On the surface, it might seem like a, you know, just like a meh kind of task. They give the same amount of XP as a cow fight does, I believe. Well, at least one of the cow fight, like the workers or the soul. I think it's the soldiers, maybe. Similar combat level to these. Maybe they're a little higher. Actually. We've only got 3k strength XP left. So, may as well get the level while we are here. Still a little ways to go to 90 HP, 143,000. And then for Slayer 83, we have 190,000 left to go. So maybe this will help. If you get, like, there are some tasks, like I know in the past for me, my first task on here for this character 9 weeks ago was cow fights. And when I was returning back to the game, I didn't know where I didn't remember where the cow fights were. But I'm glad that I saw it through and I continued with the task, because it kind of led to today where I got from level 17 to level 82. But that didn't happen overnight. I mean, I've put a lot of hours into this. You've motivated me to go do some of my Serb tasks. Oh, nice. There you go, Bolty. Nice. Good to hear, you know. Now, if only I would remember to keep my prayer going, because that's like the third time it's drained this fight. Hasn't happened like all day, and then it's like I forget to keep my prayer going. Man, this, I will say the cannon is like sniping. Let's see, is it hitting a troll? Is it actually hitting it? Look at this cannonball. That is like sniping it. That's crazy. It's all the way over there. It was out of my render distance. That's how far away this was blasting. I didn't even know trolls were that far over there. That's okay. So yeah, I mean, if you place it here, it gets all way over there. That's kind of cool. Hey, hey, we're combat 112 now. All right. Would you look at that? There we go. There we go. All right. Only 14 more combat levels to go. But hey, at least we got another one today. I clicked on the divine. I do get a little bit of latency in this world. I mean, it's fine, you know. I know I clicked the potion and it like didn't do anything. So either I was on like an off tick or something, or I don't know. And I will kind of move out of the way. I know that that's like a mess with the text. I keep meaning to up my value threshold on the drops. There's not much you can do when it's big bones, though. If they were noted big bones, I would be picking them up, but just big bones, I mean, I don't know. At least for me, I kind of don't. So I know, sorry if it's a bit harder to see the fighting here. I'm trying to move around so it's a little bit easier. I'll try to get some more of these trolls into the fray too. Just wanted to say thanks everyone for stopping by today for the stream. We've been on for 3 hours, which is a bit crazy to me because it feels like I kind of just started, so that's cool. We'll probably be playing for a little while longer here. I usually go for a couple hours, so this is kind of about where I would call it, but since we're still on a good task, or at least we're in middle of a task, I'm going to try to keep at least going for this one. Yeah, I do need to get that bolty. I do need to get the bone crusher. I want to do the Mauritania diary. It's just, it comes down to quests and certain skills, right? I mean, but that's one of the ones I do want to finish though. I think I've done the, what is it? I've done the easy journal. Oh, nice. We got a RC. Yeah, so I've completed a couple of these. Well, a lot of the easy ones I've been trying to start to finish up. So we've got, as far as like completion goes, Dune has been one that I've been the most focused on. Partially due, well, for the cape. Just for how I'm training, because I don't think I'm going to be able to defeat Jad. I've never defeated Jad, so that's going to be something that I'm going to have to work. I have to work on my prayer switching and stuff. So that's going to be a while before I get the fire cape. I try to do the next best thing, statistically speaking, and if I can't be stronger in the cape slot, I'm trying to get more attack bonus for stab, because that's I use the Grazi, right? And I'm trying to get a little bit more prayer bonus too, so I'm trying to do, I mean, at least make something out of that. But for the hard and elite diaries, you have to do quests that are kind of lengthy, so I haven't necessarily been that keen to do them, but I mean, I know I have to if I want to continue on with those. Monkey Madness is one of those ones that I need to complete. And you're probably wondering, well, you're Combat 112. You haven't done Monkey Madness? Well, yeah, I've done it before. I just haven't done it on. I haven't finished it with this character. Any quest that takes longer than 30 minutes, I don't know, anymore, it's like tougher for me to do those quests now. I'm kind of burned out from it, to be honest with you. I mean, I've completed half the quests in the game, basically. They're all pretty much fun. It's just when I'm on a quest for that long, it's kind of like I lose track of, okay, I've literally done like 5 chapters worth of quest, like scrolling and stuff. Sometimes I think they're a little bit too long, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I have nothing against it. I think it's fine. It's just, for me, I almost feel like I need to do half of a quest one day and then half of a quest another day just so I'll complete it. And that wasn't really the case. Usually I would just do a quest if I was intent on doing it. I would just finish it, right? There was a quest I did the other day, though, that was pretty good. It was called The Feud. That's actually how I got to 45 thieving. I got a couple levels from doing that quest. So The Feud was actually fun. It took me about 20-30 minutes, if I remember correctly, but that was fine, though. I didn't actually mind that quest. I actually thought that was kind of fun. So maybe I'm overthinking Monkey Madness. I know for my combat level it shouldn't be a problem, and my brothers told me that too. But it's just like the time it takes. I don't know. I guess that's a me thing, but yeah, that's whatever. I do want to get the Borrow's Gloves, though. That's just going to make finishing tasks even quicker. And we're just going to be doing a little bit better in battle as well. Because +4 may not seem like a lot, but it does kind of matter. So, I mean, I'll try to do that more offline for the stream, and then if I'm successful, I'll be like, oh, hey, I was able to get those. We'll see. We shall see. But we got 64 range, so at least I'm finally getting more out of the 60s here, trying to get, like I said, to my goal of 70 range. I just want to get like a floor, like a minimum threshold for when I start to fight bosses and, more difficult enemies. At least it's somewhat competent instead of like I'm kind of slacking and then, I'm not really able to effectively do those fights because it's a bit of a weakness where I could just train better. Yeah, again, like I was saying, if it's harder to see these enemies, let me just kind of drag them over. My bad, So we'll try to wrap up this troll task. Like I was saying, we started out at 180 of them. So with the cannon, it's going to speed things up. You could probably make it go a little bit faster, kind of like Bolty was saying with the different bracelets that are there. At some point, I mean, I'm gonna look at that again and try to expedite some of like the tasks for the stream too. If you've seen one Hellhound task, you've probably seen 100, so I totally get it. I hope that when they do the quality of life stuff over the summer, I do hope that they look at like drops for the Hellhounds, or there's certain things that maybe they could do where it's a bit more viable of a task where it's not, you're just not fighting them just because of hard clue scrolls, right? There'd be more of a reason to stay around and fight them instead of just, you know, just for one thing. You know what I mean? Now, if you have the Ash Sanctifier, at least you would get some prayer XP. You know, is a few thousand or 10,000 or whatever XP per hour, is that enough to move the needle? I don't know. To me, it wouldn't be. Although, I mean, I would still bring it, of course. I would still do it. It wouldn't necessarily make that task like I'm not going to pick that task over Gargoyles anytime soon, you know what I mean? Anytime that they want to assign Gargoyles, you know I'm already down. So, you know what I'm noticing now that I'm actually able to start hitting 50 for my max regular hit. So we were at 49 and now we can hit 50s. And that was just with getting strength to 91. I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen as I get to 92 and beyond, right? We still got a fair amount of ways to go to get to 92. I'd say it's going to take about 6 hours of consistent training to get it. But once I do, I guess we'll find out what the next max hit's going to be. Coupled with that is if I could get the Borrow's Gloves, it would be more of a noticeable improvement too, right? I definitely want to get going on that sooner or later because I do, for the future, when I'm training defense or even just attack, the better of an XP rate per hour you get, it's going to add up over time. If you imagine you fight for 20 hours or whatever it's going to be, well, if you get another 10,000 experience per hour, it does add up. So I think sooner than later I will try to complete Monkey Madness. Alright. I was just gonna say, I was wondering if the cannon would start sniping this poor troll over here. Some of these kind of luck out and they're like safe from the cannon because they're blocked by trees. Please use this at least to spec. Oh, what were you want me to use there, Bolty? Yeah, I think when you're fighting the cow fights, when you're fighting them in the cow fight layer, you're going to hit more cow fights at once with the cannon. Oh, the dagger plus plus? Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, cool, yeah. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Didn't mean to pick that up. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. We are taking on some trolls here. Like I'm saying, you can bring a cannon here to the Kebos lowlands if you want to. You could also skip the task, but I mean, if you want to train some range and you've got the cannon and all that, you may as well fight them here as well. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's been a minute since I've used the spec because I forgot it's here too. Yeah. When I start doing like bossing, I mean, I do want to make sure I've got, yeah, all the spec weapons that are applicable. Kind of which ones I need to bring. Like, was it? Trying to think. Would it be Dark Light or whichever one? Like the upgraded Dark Light for lowering the defense, right? So yeah, weapons like this, definitely very effective. When you're using a weapon like the Grousey that doesn't have a spec, you can combo, like Bolty is showing me. You can have other weapons to where you can use the spec and kind of do something instead of it just being no spec. So yeah, no, I do appreciate that. I don't really switch much when I battle, but I totally understand the strategy. So we can do that though. I don't mind. Yeah, Emberlight, right? Yeah, Emberlight. Yeah, because I mean, I've done a couple of the quests. I have Darklight, but I don't know. I think the next one in line would be what, Arclight, right? So I need to get Arclight. So much to do in this game. I need to start writing this down, like all these to-dos I have. I need to get Arclight, I need to get Borrow's Gloves. I need to get the Bone Crusher. There's a lot to do in a couple months for sure. A lot to do. But definitely up for the challenge though, you know? Oh, okay, yeah. I haven't upgraded it. I guess that's where I'm stuck. I wasn't quite sure how to upgrade the to Arclight. I know it was in what's that place called? Oh, what's that place called? It's by that altar or something. I can't remember what it's called. I think I know where I need to go. I haven't done it. The core end to get the shards, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you get a charge for every shard then, right? Because I was thinking that would be pretty good for when you fight certain bosses. You could just lower their defense. You could use your spec to lower their defense. And doesn't it stack? So if you successfully hit what, twice in a row, it'll lower it even more. So that's one other reason why I've been working on attack too, because I want to be more accurate. So when I'm doing specs, I want them to land. I don't like using a spec and then it's, oh, 0. You know what I mean? Like, oh, good idea, but it's a 0. Yeah, there's a lot to this game, though. A lot of fun. Just, there's a lot to do. Especially with these tasks. I kind of feel like when I stream, it's like time flies by. I mean, I know we're covering a lot of ground here. We were, not too long ago, we were fighting steel dragons, and then it's like, oh, and I think I fought back to back. I was on 2 wyvern tasks as well. We've done a lot today. Really, it's been a pretty good session, I will say. Everyone's been pretty helpful. Again, Bolty, thank you. You know, cool. A lot of good suggestions in the chat there, and you know, it's gonna help out others too. I mean, I'm gonna be trying those out, but I mean, for anyone else that's got questions, when Kazaz's here, you know, Bolty knows a lot about the game, you know, so it's definitely helping out. We've got Yama coming out in a few days here. It seems like we've been saying that for a little while, but this is actually going to happen, so do what you can to prepare now, because once the boss drops, the boss is going to be here. I still need to do a couple quests if I were to even consider fighting Yama myself someday. So the thing is, the way I view the quests is, I think if you just take kind of one list at a time, whether it be novice or intermediate, you just kind of go through them. For me, I like to finish the shorter ones first, and that way I'm kind of getting some quest points. I'm getting some momentum, you know. I'm more likely to keep going with the other ones because it's like that sense of accomplishment, I guess. That might be what I'll have to do to actually do more quests, is I'll just have to just finish the novice section, because I mean, I've only got 4 more to go. It's not, you know, it's not like I've got 10 more to go, right? Like I said, I mean, I've been doing quests. It's just certain quests I really need to do, and I've been kind of putting that off. Sometimes I do that. The main reason is because I sense it's going to take me a while, but maybe it won't. Maybe I'll finish it in an hour. I could be just overthinking it. That wouldn't be the first time, but you know, sometimes you just kind of got to go through that, and I like to finish these tasks also as a bit of a distraction, because then sometimes through going to a different area, I can kind of remember what I wanted to do the other day. Like, oh yeah, I wanted to complete that quest. I forgot all about that. All right. Hey, we did it. Not too bad, right, chat? All right. So we're going to get our next assignment here. It is Fire Giants, and let me... So we've got, what? Fire Giants and Neck Rails. Okay. Alright. Not too bad, right? Yeah, I was hoping for that. I was hoping. I was like, Gargoyles. But I think that is going to wrap it up for me today for this stream. That was a good one today. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I do appreciate it. That was fun. Feel free to like this video. It'll help me out a lot. And subscribe if you are new to the channel and want to. We'll be back for the stream tomorrow. I'm going to continue this theme for Slayer. And I'm going to try to roll a good money task right off the bat so you can see, like, you can play it back and see right away, okay, this is a task you can do to get some gold. And anyways, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace, everybody.